Am I live? Okay, I just want to make sure. Hey YouTube, just loading in. Give me a second. I want to try to share this live before I start actually. Um, wait. But talking about the subject. Put my phone on silent and put it on Facebook real quick. Uh, okay, live share. Okay. So basically, I just wanted to come in and do a bit of a review about the Harriet Tubman movie, because I heard a lot of negative comments on the Harriet Tubman movie, and how it wasn't good and all this and etc. Anyway, I'm gonna get into it. But the Harriet Tubman, a couple of the characters that played, one of them, Janelle Monae, the actress, who sings and performs as well, which is an amazing actress. This movie, I feel like it really shows her talents and how much she can switch up and do different things. Janelle Monae really played a excellent part in this movie. Then there was Cynthia Erivo, who actually played as Harriet Tubman. I actually don't remember seeing her in any movies prior to this, but I think as an African American woman, I feel like she owned that part. When you see her going natural and everything, and her hair was looking a mess, but it's just like the reality of the movie. I feel like she really owned her ethnicity in this movie, and she played the hell out of this part. Um, a villain in this movie was his name was Omar J. Dorsey. Okay, he was the villain. I'm trying not to give y'all much detail about the movie without spoiling it for you, but he plays one of the villains. One of the black guys who trades on the black community as usual, who is playing as the slave trader. Um, I thought his part was a little bit cruel, but yet it was um, realistic on how, back in the days, how, people of our own kind had to, or they chose to sell their own race off to get a fortune or a piece of money, truly evil person. But he played the hell out of this movie. It was Omar J. Dorsey. Um, Nick Basta plays Fox. Um, Gina Marie Hess as Phoebe. Um, and Lion, I don't know if I'm saying his name correctly, but it's a Liam Cersei plays Victor. Now, Victor was, I believe this is the character Victor played. Victor played one of the most down low, devious, snake in the grass slave owners who had a sadistic relationship with Harriet, before she got a chance to get away from him. Um, it's crazy. You know how you watch a movie and some of the parts you just kind of like get disgusted. Yeah, he played one of those parts for me in this movie. It's just crazy, a part of reality, and you think like, wow, this is the PG version of what our African American community and our ancestors went through. But this guy, Liam Sarsi as Victor, oh my God, I hated him. And at the end of the movie, when she got him, that's why you have to watch the movie. Okay. When she got him at the end of this movie, I was like, yeah, good. Um, that's what he needed. But personally, I would have killed him. I would have killed him. But moving on, let me see. There's Nick Basta, Liam Sarsi, Omar. I went over William Steele as Leslie Odom as William Steele was one of the African American um, that helped Harriet and Philly to get around and do what she needed to do back and forth through the South during the slave trade. That was the one who was working with Marie Buchanan, who was Janelle Monae, who plays the African American girl who was never bound by slavery. She was born into wealth, and it's kind of interesting to see two African American women from different backgrounds be able to, you know, cope with each other. And and you can tell Janelle Monae at a point, she looks at Harriet, who admires her, who they're calling Moses at this point, because of the strength that she has to go back and forth to the South. Like literally, she they said she took 100 miles to get from South South America up to Philadelphia in order to be able to be free. But like I said, I'm not trying to ruin the movie for you. But everything that they said about this movie was a complete lie. Okay, our African American community, the Black community. Sometimes we be reaching. They try to say that uh, the white man saved her at the end. It was such bullshit, da 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 da. And, excuse my French. It was such BS, And I'm like, man, I gotta see this movie because I heard so many bad reviews on it. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and check out this video and see what's up, And a lot of times you don't go on other people's opinion because of a movie, because everyone's opinion is different on how things were supposed to play out or whatever. Actuality, it's a great movie. I mean, what else do you expect for a movie to be PG, for it to show all the gory details of what really happened back in the days? They probably wouldn't let that be as, air. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to, pull out, a negative energy in a movie, but you still want to get the details. I feel like it was a watered down version of what we went through as ancestrals, with our ancestors, but um, it was very real, detailed, and played very well as well. So my view about this is that the African American community really needs to start praising each other and promote each other a lot better than that, because our Black community, we played the hell out of that part. Cynthia Erivo really played the part in this movie. And like I said, if you want to go see this movie to see it for yourself, don't take everybody's opinion. Oh, the movie it was a crack, it was a joke. No, go to the movie, see it, and you'll be actually interested. And I'm the type. If a movie ain't interesting within the first 10, 15 minutes of it, I'm probably gonna fall asleep. A movie has to get my attention right from the beginning, because if I don't get the attention, if I don't get that, you know, attention, I'm just, especially by me doing stuff on a day-to-day basis, always got something to do, ripping and running. By the time I sit down in a movie and it's boring, I went to sleep. So that's how you know it was a very good movie. I believe it was 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes or something like that, or 2 hours and 15. But like I said, I wouldn't give it a 5 star, but I would probably give it a 4. It was a great movie, and I feel like all the actresses and actors that I mentioned mentioned in this movie played it very well. And I know I left out a couple here, but um, I'm quite sure they know that they play a really great part of the movie. I'm not trying to exclude anyone, but those are the ones that stood out for me. And I just wanted to come in, give my review on the Harriet Tubman movie. Harriet Tubman movie, I give it a 4 star. Um, and your girl is out. Um, Make sure to check out me in the next videos. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I always welcome the support. And be staying tuned for my next video coming up soon. Bye. See you later, YouTube.